Everybody, welcome to Trading Capital's exclusive analysis. In today's video, we'll be discussing a couple of bullish stock setups and really a sector that I think is going to get a large capital rotation. So starting with the energy sector, looking at Valero. VLO is a stock that I'm actually accumulating on the long side and already started a position with my members, and we're looking for energy to actually catch a bid here just on a technical basis. VLO is setting up for a beautiful falling wedge pattern breakout. This is a stunning picture perfect setup. You're approaching that apex of the triangle. Price action looked like it was had a bleak breakdown here. It looked like the falling wedge was actually going to be giving up and giving way off of this breakdown, and then you can see participants stepped in off of this little bit of a fake breakdown and have now been accumulating. A lot of people think this is a bear flag, which granted it could be, but when you look at some of the RSI divergence that is starting to occur, you're getting a little bit of a short-term breakout. Volume is strong in this region. You factor in that you're also hitting this really interesting trend line where it goes back to these 3 pivot highs here. It actually goes back to 4 pivot highs, and you can see pivot to pivot to pivot right through that back testing area. So this is a long-term support zone where Valero is actually trying to hold. And if you take it one step further, Valero is really consolidating and chopping in this channel for quite a long time, since your June 2022 high pivot to another high pivot here to another high pivot in 2023. This was a multi-year channel where VLO just broke out in 2024, had a few confirming weekly candles to the upside. Now you're doing a solid back test right into that previous massive resistance zone that kept you in check for not one, not two, but 3 major pivot highs. And what's also interesting when you take the analysis one step further, right? You look at oil. Oil's actually been through a pretty harsh decline lately, and granted that was to be expected. A nice consolidation period, a nice pullback in oil since it had its bullish breakout to the upside. And why do I think oil is actually going to bottom here? Well, when you look at things structurally, the dollar has weakened to an area where it's going to allow oil now to really start to potentially find a bottom and actually press higher. I think that this near-term weakness in the dollar is going to actually cause oil to start climbing to get back above $80 a barrel. And that's where it sets up these bullish patterns that's occurring in some of these XLE stocks. You even look at XOM, which is another one which I'm accumulating on the verge, near-term precipice of breaking out. It has a bullish inverse head and shoulders structure here on the daily chart, which if it breaks out, you have a nice little upside potential move from this neckline of it, at least to a new high here, a new 52-week high. So as of now, I think that the energy trade is shaping up very oversold in these conditions, undervalued. And one of the reasons oil is probably going to start moving is simply because interest rates and the dollar have fallen to some pretty extreme lower boundary levels at the moment. So if you found this video helpful and useful, please definitely check out my YouTube and hit this like video, hit this subscribe button, and hopefully we can see you on the charts a little bit later. Take care, everybody.